and very enthusiastic Professor Tadwar sir. And
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
almost, sir, more than a 1.5 month, I think, as per my knowledge is concerned, you have been continuously working in regarding organizing, very systematically organizing, because even I too organized 5 to 7 FDPC, AICT, but you have taken a very keen interest and very high interest in organizing and for a smooth and systematic organization. Thank you, sir, for giving me a brief introduction to the
Thank you, sir.
all my dear professors. Thank you, sir. Sir,
Thank you.
I share my screen, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, please. Please allow me to share.
Yes.
Sir, sh- yes, I will show, sir. I will share the screen. What happened? Sir, the screen has become very small one, sir. Just I am correcting it. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Clearly audible, sir. No problem.
Okay, okay. The thing is,
Maybe
screen has reduced.
sharing of PPT.
Share content. Wait, wait. I'm trying to share the screen, sir. That's it.
Yes, sir. Simple.
Sir, your screen is shared. Just open the PPT or the file
Oh,
which you want to open, sir.
oh, it is shared, sir. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, shared,
your screen is shared, sir.
See, what happened is the screen has become very small one. I could not able to identify where is the options and all.
Sir, 1 minute.
From my side it happened, sir. It is not from your side. Okay.
Oh,
Yes, yes, sir. Wait.
Mobile number.
Sir, I'm not getting to exactly to share. Shall I do one thing? I will share, send you the details to you.
Sir, do you have any desk on your system, sir? Any desk app or any desk?
Okay. No, yes, sir. Any desk. Share content, share web browser, share my meeting window, share content. I go to share content, sir.
Sir, no, your screen has been shared, sir, now.
Okay.
Just to open the file which you want to open, sir.
Where, sir, in screen one, show me in front of presentation and automatically optimize and other applications, Google Chrome, Windows.
Sir, actually, we are viewing your WhatsApp.
Yes,
window.
sir. It's visible now, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
visible,
it
sir,
is
visible.
You just open the file whichever you want to
You
present.
want to
You just
file
open
that
the file.
PPT, you can open it, sir.
Okay. Okay, I got the point. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got the
Yes.
point. Okay. Let me clarify one, sir. When it is, I'm opening. Yes.
Now your desktop screen is set, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, now it is
I made a
made.
mistake. Sorry, dear professors. I
No,
request
no,
all of
sir,
you.
now it is clear, sir.
Okay, clear now, sir.
Okay, sir. OBA and CBCS.
Yes, sir. Sir, now the tension has been reduced. Okay, thank you.
No, it is a technical issue, no problem, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Dear professor, actually I thought to, professor, actually I thought to exit and once again to re-log in. Fortunately, it opened. Thank you, Nandal. Thank you,
No problem, sir.
sir, for giving me this opportunity and for patiently for waiting. First of all, actually, this OBE and CBCS key constituents of outcome-based education curriculum, mission, EOs and POs and PSO and CSO. It's a very wide topic which is given to me and it is opted by me. And as per the schedule which I observed, already Professor Suresh Jangam Shetty sir already spoke about many the general issues and OB system about Professor GB Dhanashetty sir and Ugar sir and the morning Kanmani madam about the Bloom's taxonomy level and also the topic which are all covered regarding even writing of course outcomes for different courses by Professor Sarika Srivatsava madam. And now it is almost a similar topic mine, key constituents of outcome-based education, curriculum, vision and mission. Dear professors, this is it is the age of NEP as I in the beginning mentioned. We are in NEP, we are all speaking about national education policy. I think in the morning yesterday, Srinivas Belli sir, who used to write article and is a well-known resource person regarding national education policy and outcome education. Nicely, sir has addressed sir points which I observed and in other newspapers also. In connection to that, dear professors, we are already the topics. It is a known and a well-known topic. See here now the point is why we are thinking about we are all moving for OBE, outcome-based education. Outcome-based education, is it required or see the purpose of education is an opportunity. See, whenever we join our kid or any student joins an institution, there is a purpose. The purpose is an opportunity. Opportunity means outcome-based education. If the system or in a system where our student or anybody who joined an education institution, there is an expectation. Expectation is outcome. That outcome has to met by the institution, by the system, by the degree, by the graduation, whatever they do. Otherwise, if not, that education is waste. It is waste and it is null and void. See, the role of teacher is different now, and it is as per my knowledge is concerned. Here, in connection to this, the concept of outcome-based education, accreditation is used to be based on input, process, and output. We take the students, and the process is the education. The output will be the employment. See, whatever we do, or I do, or Tanwar sir is doing the workshop, or AICT is giving all these opportunities, and through Atal Academy, there is a purpose. The input is AICT, the process is institutions, the output is what we do to meet the requirements. Dear professors, and now, as I mentioned in the beginning, the role of teacher is different, and it is defined. And we need to update with innovative methods and methodology, because the outcome-based education system is playing a very important predominant role in our society. Because as Swami Vivekananda, Swamiji said, see, every student has his own capabilities and capacities. When they join an institution with an intention, there is a purpose. If we interact with the students, there is a purpose. With purpose they join. The purpose may be different. See, that is the reason why program outcomes are more than 10 program outcomes. And the specific objectives, education objectives, see, like that, everything has been categorized. Dear professors, yes, Swami Vivekananda said, what is education? Education is the manifestation of perfection, which is already in man. Then what is the role? The manifestation of perfection. The perfection is there. See, there is something, some knowledge is there with the students. With some intention, the AICT or institution or BV or Basveshwara Society or a Polytechnic or Government Engineering College or it may be any VTU or any organization, they have a purpose. The purpose is very important, and to meet the purpose, what we are doing. If you are not in line to meet the purpose, to meet the requirement, that education system is not on par with the present requirements. See, the input by the we have to do, yes, how we are doing, that is a process, and at the end, what will be the output, my dear professors? Outcome based education is targeted at achieving desirable outcomes. Desirable outcomes. See, I have some interest. I need to meet those interests. I need to meet the requirements which I thought and I am thinking to meet. In terms of it may be a knowledge, in terms of it may be a skill, in terms of it may be attitude, or in terms of it may be a behavior at the end of a program. Maybe, see, the outcomes, desirable outcomes may be different, because every individual in this world are unique. We are not same, and I am different, and our coordinator is different. The university idea, or maybe who are ruling, their idea may be different. See, individual have the uniqueness, the unique ideologies. But whatever the idea, whatever the ideology, whatever the desires, will and wishes, but that should meet. We should meet at the end, my dear professors. See, it is now we are in the different era. This is the age of multinational company, and also we call it as it is an age of advertisements. And this is the era of globalization, privatization, and liberalization. We are moving, and already we moved to a globalization. The Indian society, the Indian education, or the whole system even 30 years back, when Manmohan Singh ji was the finance minister, and during the time of PV Narasimha government, the country, the whole system, it is moved towards the globalization, liberalization, privatization. The whole country resisted and opposed, but gradually we adjusted, and then we thought to that, yes, to meet the requirements of this much the population, the Indian population is more than almost we are meeting near to 150 crores. The total population of the world, some percentage, maybe 20, 25, 30% of the world population we are meeting. See, when to meet the uh, requirements of the younger generation, the graduates, we have to move for outcome-based education. If the system, if the education is not outcome based, what will be the result? And I will not be getting any value, and our institutions are also not getting any value, and no recognition, and nobody will come and recognize. So outcome based education, and in that again that the concept that choice based credit system, and the only the thing is outcome. The purpose of an education is an opportunity, my dear professor. When the purpose of an education is an opportunity, yes, opportunity, it may be a job, it may be any employment, or it may be a public sector or private sector, or becoming entrepreneur, or maybe anything else. That purpose, opportunity, that should be served through a good education. Dear professors, now we are in the online and offline and blended learning. Now, it is a new trend which has been started in the education system, and I do not go to speak much on that the concept and idea because many have already addressed. I think even I too have listened 2, 3 sessions just to know what will be the topic, covering topics. Dear professors, at the end of this is the age of not hard work, it is a smart work. Smart work means what is my requirement, I work for it, and what is my aim and what is my desire, thinking and taking all the education system and ideas and information, and I lead to meet my requirement, to get the what is for my life and my the overall for my achievement, my. In that way, this is not the age of hard work, this is the age of smart work. Smart work means it is not escaping, or it is not taking deviation. See, requirement base, we have to do everything, we have to learn, we have to inculcate the knowledge or methodology, whatever it may be, and whatever we are doing, that should be based on requirement base, that is the smart work. Because the whatever the teaching methodology, we are, and I and you are many majority who are all having the more than 10, 15 years of experience in teaching, we have not thought of this online methodology, or this and the type of education system we have not predicted, but we have to adjust, otherwise we will be outdated. The only there is a see, we should not blame, the blaming is not good, dear professors, because if we are keep on blaming, we will be neglected in the system. See, we should be, how we should be, our mindset is, dear professors, it is attached, detachment, detached, attachment. That means what is required, we need to learn, we need to inculcate, we need to adopt, we have to modify ourselves, and in what extent, in what level it is required for that, not over or not completely maximum, because we should be modifiable, we should be adjustable to all the changes which takes place in the education system. See, dear professors, here, as I told, NBA, National Board of Accreditation, it is aligned its methodology with international benchmarks and started accreditation on the basis of outcomes. It believes that educational quality must be measured by outcomes rather than inputs. See, dear professors, see, because I take another 2-3 minutes time in this direction. See what we are doing, dear professors, and see, we train the students. We educate the students, we complete the syllabus, but that is not, now it is insufficient to the students. It is insufficient to the industries, insufficient to the employment, to the world of employment, to the world of in the global job market. Whatever we are giving is somehow there will be some gaps. We need to fill those gaps. If we do not fill the gaps, see, dear professors, see, there is a dam or whatever the construction we do. If there is a small leakage or a small breakage or leakage or a small hole, that will be the cause. That may cause for a very drastic destruction. See, this is the age we are teaching to the engineering graduates that professional ethics we teach and professionalism that we are all teaching. See, to the all disasters in the world, we blame the engineers. We blame the engineers, whatever it may be, any disaster, any volcano, or any earthquakes, any destructions, any flood, or any whatever it may be. We ultimately, finally, we blame the engineers. The reason, there is a reason, because the whole world is ruled, and the whole world is managed, the whole world, everything, it is as per the thinking strategy and the logical thinking and connecting to the works. It's all by engineering. Everything is engineering, nothing else except engineering. Whatever the doctors they do test, whatever the materials they use, operation, whatever, everything, whatever the doctors and medical field they have been using, that's all equipments, instruments by or by engineering field. Agriculture science, what are the materials and our equipments, or the strategy and techniques and everything, or by agriculture engineering. Veterinary, see, in all area, if it is assigned to an engineering graduate, there will be engineering graduates will be in top level always. When such is the case, when it is a case, when it is a fact, everything is ruled and everything is as per the engineering knowledge, everything as per the directions and guidelines of engineering domain knowledges. So we have to give to our students outcome based education. Then what will be the result? We have to think how our engineering graduates, how they may think. See, it believes that educational quality must be measured by outcomes rather than inputs. We are good in just uh, filling the knowledge. The Indian system, it's because our the concept of education and our ancestors based education system, it's all the filling the knowledge. But now, apart from knowledge, what we are giving, that takes very important predominant role in the education system. My dear professors, I would like to brief, or I would like to share some of the information. Why the outcome based education? Why vision of the institute? Why mission of the institute? Why the program outcomes have become a very high relevance in the modern 21st century in this world? There is a reasons, dear professors, because the university is being accredited, university or Department of Technical Education Board or anything, any organization, it signifies that it has met certain standards of excellence across its operations. We, that has to meet the certain standards of excellence. Standard of excellence have been set. That should be, see, your polytechnic or my college or any college, that has to meet the some certain set standards to meet the excellence. And also the parents, see, it signifies every institution that should assure that to the parents, their ward, their children, goes through a teaching learning environment as per accepted good practices. They're expecting, parents, they have an expectations. First, department has an expectation, university who decide the curriculum and everything, how the education system, how the curriculum, examination method, how the evaluation assessment method should be, that university has an expectations. In on par with the university expectations, institution has an expectations. Apart, then next level, the parents who join their kids, they have some expectations, and it's over. No, the students studying in any institution or university, there they can be assured that the university or college has an essential that desirable features of the quality professional education. We need to assure that we are going to give the quality, the best quality. My dear professors, yes, I am from the humanities, I am from the social science department background. Dear professors, in our city, in our locality, we are ready to go any distance to meet the to take the qualitative materials. If the institution is any far away from any city, or it may be any number of kilometers, we are ready to join our kids. The area, it doesn't matter, kilometer, it doesn't matter, the amount, it doesn't matter to the parents, because they want a quality education. They want some what, see, they are expecting a quality professional education. Even we too, see, if the vegetable, a good vegetable is available in the market in a particular area, particular locality, I go in search of that material. If the cloth shop is good, if there are hundreds cloth shops, I do not go to 99. I go, even though there is a rush, or even though he maintains some standards, yes, I am ready to adjust, because I want that quality material. See, when we are expecting a qualitative materials, yes, so we will go in search of it, like that. The NAC accreditation, outcome based education, and the choice based credit system, it is very required, my dear professors. Accreditation impacts on the companies visiting the campus. Why accreditation? It is very important. Even for me to get any fund, or even to me, or to invite any, see, they are expecting some standards. If there is a standard, they will come, otherwise they won't come. People are very good, organizations are excellent, how they know how to very easily to deviate, or else to sideline the things which are not as per their requirement, as per their norms, my dear professor. See, the anything, our student should match. See, dear professors, diploma, see, we have not thought of it. Recently, honorable commissioner of our department, sir, explained in a meeting, and in many other in the discussions, our diploma education, our diploma students, the pattern of education, it is on par with the western and other foreign countries institutes. The diploma, there is a the teaching learning process, it has been the exchange of teaching learning process, the exchange of the programs, the exchange of those professors to address our students, our professors to address those students, and whatever they study, in the student who study in Japan, the student who study in Bagalkot, student who study in Bangalore, or in Koppal or Gadag, there is no difference, my dear professors, because this is the age of globalization. My dear professors, it is my humble request, and also I appeal to all of you, we should respect, and we should respect the system, which is the NBA or outcome based education, because this accreditation will give the international standards to our institution. It gives the international standard to our what the set standards, our student will stand in in that level. So, dear professors, with in that direction, we have to respect and we have to follow in this direction. My dear professors, now I would like to some of the informations which the terminologies which are being in connection with the outcome-based education and accreditation. Yes, as I explained to you, the input process and output and why it is, and why in general, outcome-based education, I have given some of the inputs and my information. Dear professors, here some of the terminologies which are here, the mission and vision. See, all of us we know, though we are in higher education institutes, we know that vision is to create high quality technicians, technocrats, or graduates, degree holders. Vision as a it is it is a futuristic statement. Vision is a futuristic statement. It decides where it will be. See, generally in our family we discuss, oh, my kid, oh, he is very interestingly studying, and after 10 years where he will be. Oh, my daughter, yes, after 4 years, if she will be like this, where she stand. But how to reach the destiny, that will be decided by the mission. Mission statements are essentially the means to achieve the vision of the institute. See here, vision and mission are interrelated, or both are connected. It is already, I know that, I agree, and many professors already they have used this terminology and they have explained as per their knowledge and as per their understanding. They convinced you all mission and vision statement, dear professors. See, and also it is how to uh, how to reach the vision is, it could be offer a well balanced program of instruction and a practical experience and opportunities for overall personality development. It comes in mission to reach the vision. See, is it enough? Is it enough? No, it's not enough. Is it along with this, to reach the vision, we need to decide the mission, the plan of action, and after that, the program educational objectives. See, every education system, every program has an objective. Because why? The program educational objectives are broad statements and that describe the career and professional accomplishments that the program is preparing graduates to achieve. It is graduate. See, it is a broad statement. The program education objective is a broad statement, and also it describes the career and professional accomplishments that the program is preparing graduates to achieve. And program outcomes, see, I complete in one or two lines. The program outcomes and POs are statements that describe what students are expected to know, are able to do upon graduating from the program. And also it relate to the skills, knowledge, attitude and behavior and that students acquire through the program. Here NBA has defined program outcomes for each discipline. NBA has designed, NBA decide, and it is designed program outcomes for each discipline, dear professors. And in brief, yes, the course outcomes, because this is my topic, yes, I have to anyhow, and it is my duty to cover all these terminologies, even though you have listened and you may know, but we have to every session, every discussion, we should be somewhat new, somewhat a novelty. It is always it is required. Novelty is better than repetition, like that, dear professors. Course outcomes are narrower statement that describe the students are expected to know, are able to do at the end of each course. It will be in the syllabus copy. In the beginning, the course outcomes, course objectives, and course outcomes. Educational objectives, program, and program outcomes. And the vision, institute, mission, plan of action, program education objectives, the whole mechanical engineering or civil engineering or whatever the branch of engineering. The program outcomes, what will be the outcome of that branch if from this for that student. Course outcome, that particular subject. It's enough? No, there will be assessment. What is the assessment? Is one or more processes assessment, maybe in different level assessment. And it's enough assessment? No, carried out by the institution, and it is to identify, or it is to collect, or it is to prepare data to evaluate the achievement of program educational objectives and outcomes. Assessment is very important. See, at the end of this lecture, at the end of this session, I should assess myself, yes, whether I have covered or not, what I planned to address my professors in the Atal AICT FDP program. I should assess myself, and you should also assess at the end of this session. Say, yes, I was I attended the session for 2 hours. What I have learned, and what the key concept which I have observed. See, there should be assessment. Without assessment and evaluation, and assessment and evaluation, finally these two, assessment and evaluation, that should be mapped. How this assessment and evaluation should be done, and how it should be mapped, all these three are based on the rubrics, yardsticks. There should be some standard. See, when we enter a classroom, yes, we inform, we speak in front of the students that, yes, my yardsticks, my criterias are like this, and my expectations are like this. See, when generally we speak like that, see, rubrics are very important for any teacher or for any institute or any assessment. The rubrics play very important role, because I observed there is a one session for all of you on rubrics session also that I observed, dear professor, because the rubrics will play very important if we do not adopt rubrics methods, development of rubrics for different activities. Dr. Shivkumar sir from NITT Extension sir is going to take a session, rubrics. See, for if there is no ambiguity, if there is no any confusions in the decision, if there is no anything, any some dilemmas, there should be a rubrics. Rubrics or the yardsticks will guide us, will guide the institute, will guide the subject, will guide the program, will guide the student, or will guide the teacher to be in right track. Dear professors, I remember tortoise and rabbit race. Generally, when we speak, when we tell that story, the moral of the story is the tortoise had rubrics in the game. It won in the game, even though the slow and steady wins the race. Consistency, yes. The rabbit, the fast runner, but it failed in the game because it had no particular rubrics. See, the terminologies which are just to bring into your notice, I used all these mission, vision, and all. Accreditation model, yes, you know, all these accreditation allows the institute to assess itself and large. Dear professors, assessment, it will be in two tier. One is uh, suitable for the autonomous, and other one is for the full affiliated. And here the role and task change depending on the tier, that you will come to know when the task comes to you. Dear professors, now regarding this information is very important as per my knowledge is concerned, and in my observation. And here, why the criterias, the criteria 1, the criteria 2, and up to 10 criterias which I have listed. I would like to discuss with you these the criteria, professors. Vision, mission, and program educational objectives. It's very clear. There will be a NBA, as we know, even in NBA, like the program objectives and outcomes, and basic and design specific knowledge, and here the problem analysis, design and development of solutions, and engineering tools and experimentation and testing, and all you up to lifelong learning. There is a one doubt. Generally, majority may have this doubt. What is that meeting of program outcomes? That is lifelong learning. If the student who completes his education in computer or mechanical engineering, if you get a job in connection with mechanical engineering, and if you do the job relating to the knowledge, that knowledge acquired in the graduation in the program mechanical engineering, and the subjects, the particular subjects which is studied in the graduation, everything is in online with that. That is lifelong learning, because he is in that system. I studied a civil engineering. If he is settled in civil engineering and he is achieving in civil engineering, that is lifelong. If he is deviated, learned one, and he is deviated for some other stream of employment, that is not a lifelong learning, because he is deviated. See, that is known to all of us, for us, because we are in the in all in our institution, the employment and placement and everything, based on that, all of us, we are aware of all these things. Dear professors, and here, after this vision and mission statement, because it will, as I told you, vision and mission will help us to in defining aspirations and to remain focused. See, and again, in simple, it is, this is aspirations, defining aspirations, and mission is, it is focused. As our former president of India, the man of missile, Dr. Abdul Kalam ji says, if you want to success in your life, if you want to success in a mission, you should be single focused, goal oriented. Abdul Kalam says mission should be focused. Vision is, it is aspirations. Dear professors, program educational objectives of diploma engineering program are the statements that describe what the graduates are expected to perform and to achieve, or during the first few years after graduation. Like POs may be program, POs may be guided by local or local needs. Here, when we decide vision and mission and program educational objectives, we have to design to institute, to the department, and keeping in our mind that the requirements of global requirement as well as local needs. See, the countries, South Asian countries, my dear professors, South Asian countries are wonderfully, they are excellent in technology. Yes, all of us we know. And China, South Korea, Japan, Russia, North Korea, and all these countries are good in technology, because they they concentrate local language, they concentrate local idea, they are workaholic people. They are not alcoholic, they are workaholic people. See, the people who are workaholic, definitely they achieve something, and definitely they do not depend on anybody else. People who are alcoholic, there is a dependency. See, when such is the case, dear professors, we have to decide vision, mission, and program educational objectives and program objectives with keeping in our mind guided, though it should be guided by global and local needs. Vision of the hello. Anybody would like to speak, dear professors? Sir, am I audible, Talwar sir?
They were audible, sir.
Oh,
You're audible. Continue, sir. No problem.
Continue, sir. No.
okay, thank you, sir. If anything else, please tell me, sir. You let me know to correct myself. Okay, thank you. Dear professors, program educational objectives, as I told, and it should meet the vision of the institution, and long-term goals, and what it should reflect and what it should meet in generally is the professional accomplishments, and also continuing education and attitudes in the first few years after their graduation, and consistent with mission of the institution, and also all the stakeholders should participate in the process of framing program educational objectives. This is program educational objectives. Why stakeholders should involve? Yes, already the concept has been developed and we are already in that process, and it is required. See, we are educating graduate, we are educating the students to meet the requirements. Whose requirement? They should be along with us while framing program educational objectives. See, now that is why the system has been moved from outcome based education system. Our honorable vice chancellor in the university recently, sir, has addressed in a meeting that, see, an engineering graduate, if he wants to learn or if he wants to excel in one of the area, or maybe drama, or the music or yoga, or in maybe a psychology, or in maybe a physics, or in maybe a particular the chemistry, or in particular any component, or sociology, or economics, or finance and banking sector knowledge, whatever he can attain. See, there should be a scope for him, because nowadays the engineering graduates, dear professors, as per my knowledge is concerned, because I used to coach and I used to guide the students for competitive examinations. Nowadays, majority of the UPSC clearing aspirants and UPSC clearing candidates in the country, in India, are engineering graduates. Any selection list, whether it is KPC, Karnataka Public Service Commission, or any public sector, or any UPSC, or civil service, IAS, IPS, any other examinations, IFS, or engineering service. Engineering service, okay, it is meant for engineers. But all public sectors in top level recruitment, where logical thinking is allowed, where outcome based, the concepts are explained in connection with the society, engineering graduates engineering graduates are excelling. See, they are the toppers. If there are 100 posts, more than 50% are occupied by the engineering graduates. Next, medical, and next, some XYZ and other branches. Other branches means other, the non-engineering the graduates. See, this is my observation, dear professors. So, what they study? They study some other the requirement based on the society requirement. See, engineering graduates are the graduates who, in a short span of time, they have the ability to modify. They have the ability to adapt and ability to inculcate the innovative new methodologies in their to learn and to develop the concepts. So, engineering graduates, stakeholders' requirements need to be considered. Otherwise, the degrees which are awarded to a graduates without considering the stakeholders' requirement, that degree is waste. That degree is, it won't give any fruitful result, dear professors. And the degree should be based on the needs of the stakeholders, as I suggested to all of you. Dear professors, here and along with this, the second one, program curriculum and teaching learning process. See, here the program should describe, see, there should be a structure. The structure of the curriculum, yes, all of us know. We are all experienced professors are being are listening to me, and I have a great respect to all of you, because we know it comprise of course code, course title, total number of contact hours, lecture, sorry, we know the methodologies and all the requirements. The program curriculum, structure of the curriculum, yes, we know the structure of the curriculum, course title, code, and total number, contact hours, where it is lecture or tutorial hours, practicals, and number of credits. It is the structure of the curriculum. What is the program curriculum? Yes, program curriculum, it is grouping based on course components. It is grouping based on course components such as elective, basic science, engineering science, humanities, projects, internships. It is program curriculum. You know the program curriculum, how it is defined. Program should include the methods followed to improve quality of teaching and learning processes, which may include adherence to academic calendar and improving structure methods using pedagogical initiatives such as real world examples. I am stressing real world example and collaborative learning. Once again, I am repeating the word. It is real world examples. The see improving the instruction methods using pedagogical initiatives. Our pedagogical initiatives to meet the program educational objectives, to meet the vision and mission. See, our pedagogical initiatives such as real world examples, collaborative learning. Now, in engineering, already it has been introduced in 2018 itself in the syllabus. Civil engineering subjects, even computer science engineering student come and join and he can learn. And even in computer science class, mechanical engineering student may go. We are in the, this is the era of multidisciplinary. This is the age and era. This is the time of interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary, and where the collaborative learning and collaborative projects and collaborative and the steps have been taken in analysis of data and encouraging bright student and assisting weak students. The point is, why the outcome based education, why this the program, the designing of such a programs is here. Dear professors, there will be a weak students, there will be a strong students. If the strong student, it doesn't mean that he is completely weak. A strong student means it doesn't mean that he is completely strong. See, he is weak in some aspects, he is strong in some aspects, and he has a fear about regarding his strengths, and he has the fear about his strengths. But when we decide, when we identify what are his strength, what are our strength or his strength, and what are the weaknesses of both, when we combine and for a particular task of work, dear professors, it is also required to mention the initiatives and implementations and details here. Yes, as I told, program curriculum and teaching learning process. The program curriculum should be decided in that direction, in that line. Program should describe, dear professors, about the initiatives related to industry interactions in terms of industry attached laboratories. Nowadays, some industries are coming forward. They are funding under CSR. CSR is a wonderful the concept. Company social responsibility. The companies, they voluntarily they are coming forward to establish their research labs and to give the fund to establish some regarding in initiation of the to speed up the initiation of in the institutes and the government department universities. Dear professors, and here the course outcomes and program outcomes. What are the course outcomes and how to map the course outcomes and program outcomes? The chart, the display of chart, already it is explained to you in the previous lectures, in the previous sessions that I observed. Here, now I would like to, in general and in specific to this, course outcomes, it precisely it illustrates the program articulation matrix and course articulation matrix and modes of delivery of the courses, and how assessment tools are used to assess the impact of the course delivery. Dear professors, see again here the course outcomes, the program outcomes, it is based on the rubrics. Please, again, I am insisting to all of you, and it is my personal and it is my appeal to all of you. Please follow and adopt rubrics, yardsticks for evaluation and assessment. Otherwise, because there will be two types. One is direct methods of assessment, and other one is indirect method of assessment. See, all of us, yes, direct method of assessment, that is examination. That is for that we need not to worry, because in the evaluation there we can adapt, but generally it's not taking place because set of some standard rubrics will be explained in general. But indirect evaluation, to assess indirectly, Indirect methods of assessments are based on ascertaining opinion or self-report. Rubric is a useful tool for indirect assessment. Without rubrics, if you do indirect assessment, you fail, dear friends. This is my opinion. This is my personal opinion. You may have your own opinion. You may have your own idea. Without rubrics, if you do indirect assessment, that is not a proper assessment. For a proper indirect assessment, we have to follow rubrics, because that I observed in the laboratories, I observed in the workshops, I observed in the other, maybe in NSS or NCC, or it may be in Red Cross, or maybe in AICT, any other activities or any program. There should be a yardsticks, that is rubrics for indirect assessment. Otherwise, without rubrics, if you assess in indirect assessment methodologies and methods, it is not fair as per my knowledge is concerned, dear professors. And here the student performance, what is there in student performance? It is required information. Yes, it is to complete the academic years about the sanction intake and corresponding admissions in the program. It's all in generally it takes student performance and faculty information and contributes and facilities and technical supports from the NBA and all. It is all it is known, it is for all of you, you are aware of all these things, and the student support system and how it works, and governance and institutions and all. Dear professors, and after this, in connection to this, what is NBA or NAC? Yes, we know it is an agency. It is an autonomous agency to give the accreditation. Why accreditation is required? We know, all of us, we know, and we are aware of this assessment and why it is required. These are all some of the questions generally asked in my previous the sessions also. And what is NBA NAC? It is an, and what sort of accreditation will NBA provide? Yes, we must know when we are going for NBA, when we are discussing and thinking about, because last week with some 2-3 principals of very established engineering colleges, they were discussing that see, to become a teacher or to become a professor in the engineering college or polytechnic, in anything else, in any institution like higher level, one should have the knowledge of what is NBA, what are the roles of NBA, and how it works. See, and what is NAC, and what is accreditation, what is outcome-based education. See, these are all the general terminologies. See, and assess and accreditation institutions of higher education in our country. The recent points, the information should be known to everybody. Otherwise, we fail in the system. We do not meet the requirements. Dear professors, again and again, please do not mistake me, because I appeal to all of you, because the today education system is, it should be outcome based education. It should be the purpose of education is an opportunity. What is accreditation? We know accreditation is a voluntary system of evaluation of higher education institutes and programs. There should be a self introspection. NBA is nothing but it is a self introspection, introspecting the institution, introspecting the teacher, introspecting the department, introspecting the subject. What is there in that subject? If the what is there in the subject, if it is not helpful, or if it is not helping the student to meet the industry requirement, that subject is waste. That subject is not at all required. What is the use? See, we go when see we order the food, we order the vegetables, we order the clothes, we order everything, because when based on our requirement, the requirement based, outcome based, that is how the outcome based. For that, for a self introspection of an institution and authority, or the program or teacher, and where the teacher is, where he stands, the teacher, where the student stands after completion of his graduation, whether he is capable to meet the requirement, or whether he is capable to get the employment. All these things through accreditation will be judged. and there are some other questions and all. Actually, I thought of I explained to you NEP 2020. It is uh, it is because of NEP, and now definitely 100% it is sure that all institutions now year onwards, as per NEP, all institutions are degree awarding institutions. The students who study first year, who study second year will be awarded. First year who discontinue from the in the first year, he will be awarded some certification, foundation course, finally the degree certificate, because everything should be evaluated, and everything whatever they learn, and that should have a value and weightage. See, the weightage based system of education, that is purely practical. It is purely practical. See, we should not, yes, in the beginning I told you, NBA for outcome based education is required for us, because what, how much knowledge or information, the book knowledge we are filling to the student, it doesn't matter. That is not important. What will be the result? After filling, what will be the result? See, we have the raw material in the home. We have a rice, and we have all the ingredients. We have all the ingredients, and rice, and cooker, and stove, stove, and everything is there. See, we need to prepare a palav or the rice which is based on our taste. If it is not prepared as per our taste, what is the use of by using all those raw material or any spices or whatever the vegetables we used? See, the purpose is very important. To meet the purpose, to meet the country requirement, to meet the requirement of the parents, to meet the requirement of the students. See, my child, see, though he is studying in some standard or maybe some subjects are there, but though apart from those subjects, he has some will, he has some interest and wish. He is willing to learn some other than this. That is covered, that will be covered in NEP 2020, dear professors, because we have two terminologies, my dear professors. One is ordinary and other one is extraordinary. Ordinary means it's all filling the knowledge. Ordinary means they are perfect, they cover everything. But extraordinary, what is not there in the curriculum, what is not there in the design system, what is not there in the out of the box, out of the curriculum, out of the out of the whole the what we planned. He learns something, he will be the extraordinary. In a college, a student who is good in music is an extraordinary, along with his education. He is good in sports, in particular game, he is extraordinary. He is good in some other particular task, maybe a computer science engineering student. Along with his classmates, if he is good in coding, he is extraordinary. He is good in decoding, extraordinary. He is good if he or she is good in particular, maybe a small. Dear professor, I, yes, per my knowledge is concerned, small is beautiful. Always a small is beautiful. When we consider, when we respect very small things with a great care, with a great uh, observation, the small things, big things are very easy to manage. The big things and big issues are very easy to manage when we are aware of managing small things, because small. See, in Kannada, we have a proverb, Kumbaranige Varusha, Donnege Nimisha, or whatever the respect we gained, whatever the respect or whatever the wealth and all we achieved and we gained, attained. See, if the personality is not good, if you're not alert, we will lose within a very short span of time. The accident will happen not in 1 minute or 10 seconds or 20 seconds. Accident will takes place in 1 second, or maybe it's a millisecond. The accident, even a small change, a small observation, a small that leads to a great distractions in the life. Dear professor, NEP will address all these issues. OBE will address all these issues in connection with NEP, OBE, and CBCS choice-based grade system. Because the purpose of an education is we have to meet the purpose of an education. Purpose of an education, why we have to meet? Exposure and experience. There should be a, we need to create exposure. If there is no exposure, no experience. Exposure and experience are interconnected. We have to create the platform to our students. We have to create some such environment to our students in the classroom or in the college or be the teacher. Our responsibility is newly defined. And in Corona, as taught many new lessons for us and how we have to change and update. Otherwise, we will be outdated. Nobody is here to listen our grievances. There are only the people will listen, only the end result. See, dear professors, because I am in administration, I am in administrator's touch. I have been working in that in connection with administration and some other policy making also, where I observe, dear professors, nobody, no higher authority. They don't want your reasons, dear professors. They don't want your reasons. If you are keep on trying to reasons, simply you will be eliminated in the system. If you are keep on trying to give the reasons, if you are keep on explaining, sir, this is the reason, that is the reason, sir, this is the reason why I have not done this, this is the reason why, this is the reason, this and that. No, they don't want. They want only the outcome, the desirable outcome. In the beginning first slide, second slide, I explained to you the desirable outcome. What is their expectations? You should meet. If you meet their expectations, you will be growing. If you meet their expectations, stakeholders expectations, and the expectations of the industry, expectations of the department, expectations of the college, if you are meeting, we will sustain. Otherwise, we will be eliminated. Elimination method is very easy, dear professors. That is the reason I told you rubrics. Rubrics will help you and help us in a very large in I mean for a systematic elimination, for a systematic assessment. Rubrics will help us lot to evaluate and to assess and finally to eliminate the rubrics. The rubrics will be there, and all of us, we are aware of it. And just once again, all the information, it is all known to you. It's all known to you. Just I am reminding, that's it. I am reminding means you are not forgotten. See, you have the role in this workshop, in this session, to bring all this information to your notice once again, dear professors. And see, we must know why this degree. We must know why the student entered into a class and why, what are his requirements. We should have the awareness. Student, student requirement based, institute requirement based, because it is, and also I told you interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary. Otherwise, no. Because, and dear professors, and why and what to teach. See, nowadays, this is why and what to teach. Actually, 1 minute I have to speak about this. Now, the teacher role is newly defined. What is there in the textbook? And teaching that in the only in connection with the textbook, no, we are not at all required, because we have a this age of internet, this age of YouTube, and this age of Google and online institutes, online coaching, and all. Everything is available. Everything, it is in fingertips. It is available in fingertips. Everything in Google, www, everything is available in YouTube, every lessons, all information, knowledge is available. But apart from that, some information we the teachers should provide, because this is a challenging task. Teacher who, apart from internet, apart from Google, apart from YouTube, who provide the information, who guide the students, because internet, YouTube, and Google, it's all designed by a human being. It is not more than human brain. It is not more than human brain. And see, when we are updated in that direction, definitely we will survive. And the system is outcome-based education. And that there definitely we meet the vision and mission and program educational objectives and program outcomes of the institution. And CO and PO mapping and all, it is as per the syllabus and curriculum that we will set. And because it is a age of LPG and MNC multinational company system, dear professors. Vision of the institute once again, and I'm not going to explain all these things. I have already some of these issues uh, explained to you, dear professors. Here, one thing regarding vision and mission. This actually I thought of speak to you. This is SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis. It has become a new trend, and it is a new trend. Not only new trend, it is required for us. We have to analyze. Every institute should must know our strengths. Every institute must know our weaknesses also. If the institute forgets about weakness, that institute cannot sustain. The teacher who neglects his weakness, only if he concentrates on his strengths, he cannot sustain. Because we must know this is, dear professors, to decide vision and mission of the department and POs of the program. What we must know, what we have to do is we have to do SWOT analysis for defining vision and mission of the department and college or university or whatever it may be in general, maybe a subject. Why the student has to come and study my subject, why the student has to study this lesson, why the student has to study this chapter, why the student has to study particular key concept. We have to connect. See, dear professors, we must know that SWOT analysis is very important component. See here, what are the strengths? Why we must know? See, SWOT means S stands for strengths, W stands for weakness, and O stands for opportunities, and T stands for threats of institutes and all faculty or stakeholders or any organization, dear professors. Faculty is SWOT analysis to decide the vision and mission. See, faculty should be strength. What are all the strength? Because we completed the graduation. We have completed the Master of Technology, MTech or MSc or MSc or MCom or any graduation. We have graduated. That is our strength. We are graduated. The university awarded the degree. We have the degree certificate with us, and it is in our folder. Whenever they ask the certificate, and we produce the certificate in front of the authority. That is our strength. Is it enough? No, it is not enough. And excellent academic background. Yes, we produce. Yes, this is the background I have. Academic background. I have published 25 papers and I have written 20 books. Okay, it's all weakness. Sorry, it's all strengths. My strengths. Always, dear professors, always we are very keen in concentrating and defining our strengths. Our strengths. We are sometimes what we do, generally we forget ourselves based on the strengths. And student, oh good student joined the institute and good performance, oh national and extra activities and all, okay, excellent students. And research, a strong research focus, publication, R&D projects, consultancy works. And curriculum, oh curriculum designed to meet both national and local and global needs and requirement and all. It is enough. Along with that, we must know weakness. Dear professors, I challenge to any the people who wants to speak on this. See, all the religious leaders of this world, all the achievements, all the winners of all the great world wars or battles, all the inventions, all discoveries have come out from out of weakness, not out of the strengths. See, when we are aware of our weakness, we start to work on that weakness to convert weakness to a strength. if you do not aware or if you do not concentrate on our weakness, we cannot achieve anything. See, Thomas Alva Edison, the child who is a school dropped out, sorry, not dropped out, it is a rejected, school rejected child, Thomas Alva Edison. He invented a wonderful invention, that is electric bulb. See, all of us, we speak because he must know and he must have the knowledge of his weakness. And Tata is won in the game because that must know that's weaknesses. That's weaknesses is what? It cannot run like rabbit. So what it has done, say slow and steady. See, I am in the race. I have participated in the race. Whether I will win or not, whether I achieve the desired targets or not, but I should do my duty. Yes, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, see, Bhagavad Gita in Krishna says, you do your duty. Don't think about the end results. First, we have to do the duties. The result will be fantastic. Result will be wonderful if you if you do our duty properly with 100% involvement, with 100% commitment. Definitely, we achieve the targets. If you do not do our duties, only in the desired our strengths, only when we are concentrating on strengths, no, we cannot achieve. See, we must know our strengths. See, weaknesses, strengths, I told you, weaknesses regarding our communication skills, whether we are good in communication or not. That must be the very important, because to reach the students, to reach the society, where it is, and integrated design experience and real world applications. Okay, our labs are fantastic. Our college building is fantastic, excellent. What we are teaching inside, whether it is will meet real world applications. Application is very important. Application of mind, application of knowledge, applicability is very important. If it is not applicable, no, what's the use of it? Application. And more creative and independent laboratory experience. It is there. If it is not there, more laboratory experience and real world applications and more integrated design experience and good communication skills. If it is not there, having the degree, certificate and labs and good building and everything is there, but these are all the lacunas we have. These lacunas are enough to break down the complete dam. A small hole is enough to break or to damage the whole dam. A small hole is enough to damage the whole. The complete personality may be damaged in a small 1 minute bad incident. So, like, the weakness will damage like anything. And quality and current students, lack of motivation. We have a good student, but they have a lack of motivation. What we have to do is, we need to concentrate to increase their motivation. Baba Amte, social reformer who worked for leprosy patients, and who was in Maharashtra, and he constructed, and he had a one farm, and it's a organization, that is Anandavan in Maharashtra. Baba Amte says, unless you are moved, you cannot move others. Unless you are inspired, you cannot inspire others. Unless you are inspired, you cannot inspire others. What does it mean? That change, that modification, that should take place within us first, not others. See, yes, I have the degree, I have completed the PhD, and I have 25 papers, and I have, see, yes, I am good, excellent. But my students are not. Their lack of motivation. We need to increase their motivation. To increase their motivation, I should have more motivation. If I have more motivation, then only I can motivate them. If I am inspired myself, then only I can inspire my students or my institute, my education, whatever it may be. See, we should have the knowledge of the lack of motivation to excel. And see, and also we should aware of the less number of full-time or inadequate training in critical or analytical thinking. We must have the knowledge of weakness, dear professors. And see, it is a lot to speak about strengths and weakness, SWOT analysis. It takes more than our discussion. I do not touch all those information. Uh, uh, and opportunities. and assessment and accreditation. Why this OBA, OBE? Why this accreditation? Why NBA? Why NEP? Why the interdisciplinary education system? Why the lab should be? Because the opportunities when we meet, when we are well equipped, definitely, dear professors, definitely there will be a assessment, there will be a accreditation, emerging sustainable technologies that we concentrate. See, opportunity we will be getting when we have the strength, when we are aware of our weakness, having the aware of weakness and based on strengths, when we start to work, there are definitely opportunities. The target oriented preparation, target oriented labs, target oriented teaching learning process. Threats, see, threats or competition, and at the same time we should have the we must have the knowledge of our threats. Yes, Timmesh. Yes, Timmesh is okay. Timmesh, how? If there are some other Timmesh, more than Timmesh, or more than my knowledge, or my capacities, or my communication, or my expertise, see, there will be a some who are updating, who are excelling, who are going to cross their set their goals, or set their the limitations. See, the one word I have to use to win, to achieve, to excel in our life, we have to break, we have to break, please, we have to break the limitations, we have to break the boundaries which are constructed by ourselves. If we do not break the boundaries which are constructed by us, we cannot go ahead, we cannot excel, we cannot come forward with a innovation, with a the with a novelty, with a new information, new methodologies. To know newness and new things, we have to break. See, that is threats. See, must know the strengths, we must know weakness, we must know our opportunities, and at the same time, we must know our threats. Threats in and around, inside, internal or external, dear professors. And also, whether it is enough? No. Along with this and some other informations, there are basic features are as follows: aspects of curriculum, study, innovations and extensions, teaching, learning. Along with this, I take another 10 minutes time. Sir, Professor Talwar, sir, shall I take another 10 minutes time?
Okay, sir. No, you can continue, sir. No
Okay,
problem.
thank you, sir. Because I want to even that Bloom's taxonomy, because in connection with COs and POs, I have to speak about one Bloom's taxonomy also.
Okay,
Dear
no problem.
professors, accreditation and all, it is for placements and exchange program and further studies. Okay. And why NBA, why NAC, why OBA, that is, and we discussed all these things. And what to the institutes, what are the benefits? To the students, what are all the benefits? Yes, it is definitely, it creates and ample of wonderful opportunities to the students. Dear students, this is a wonderful line, all of us we know. Education plays a very important, vital role in the development of any nation. Only education can change. Only education can modify the country economic structure or the intellectual standards of the country. The in one university entrance gate, the line on education and its quality. There, see, it is explained. See what it is explained. All of us we know. See, NBA has been set up to facilitate the volunteering institution to assess their performance, vice versa, to set parameters through introspection and a process that provides space for participation of the institution. What is the university gate entrance? The line on education to collapse any country, or else to destroy any country, to see the word to collapse, to spoil or to destroy any country. We need not to use missiles or atom bombs or any weapons are not at all required to spoil or to destroy the country. What is required? Just lowering the quality of education, it's enough. Just lowering the quality of education is enough to spoil or to destroy any country. Dear professors, what does it mean? It means that, dear professors, here we have to concentrate. When the quality of education, it is not on par with the realistic mode, it is not on par with the present relevance. It is, if it is not on par with the requirement based, outcome based education, what will be the end result? The country will be collapsed. In such education system, in the lowering the quality of education, in where the students are graduated, the engineers, their constructions are weak constructions, the destruction oriented, the doctors, the treatment which is given by such doctors, the patients will die, the quality of the health system will deteriorated, or the political leaders in such education system where the quality is low, it is decreased, the politicians, they spoil the country, or the policymakers, or the administrators, or the teacher, from such teachers, the students who are graduated, they're not well to do, they're not on par with the society requirement, and they're against the law of the nation, the law of the society. As our Aristotle, the philosopher Aristotle says, man is a social being. The society, we should be well connected with the society. So the lowering the quality of education is a very dangerous sign. So to improve the quality of education, outcome based education. To improve the quality of education, National Education Policy 2020, to enhance the skills oriented, requirement based oriented, because yet we have not seen the result, fruitful result have not been experienced by us. It is this is not the time, this is not the time plan, and it is a very short period for us to decide the end result of NEP 2020 and all, because we need another 5 years. Then only in 2026, 28, 30 only we will come to know what will be the result. But the purpose they have, the intention they have, how it is defined, it is very important to meet the requirement of the present global environment, global workforce, dear professors. See, here, institutes benefits, it's all known to us. Program outcomes, 12 program outcomes, it is available, this information, and course outcomes and statements and POs and all, and how to prepare all those, and department level committees, and course outcomes. It's all in general I explained. uh, this is program specific outcomes. We have to write the subject wise, whether it is economics, education, or any science subjects, or chemistry, mathematics, or physics, like that. How we have to write the specific program specific outcomes, and writing of that, it's a knowledge. And CO mapping, PO mapping, it's all very easy, because having the chart, and having the CO 1, 2, 3, 4, and program outcomes, 12 program outcomes, and 12 program outcomes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and course outcomes 1, 2, 3, 4, and this question where it is mapped, this question is will come under PO2 or PO3, PO4. Anybody can mechanically can do it. It is not a big issue, but how we frame that plays a very important pivotal role. Dear professors, now I would like to speak some information about the Bloom's taxonomy, which I like, which very much I like this Bloom's taxonomy, this concept, and it's very important also. For me, it is very important. I don't know how you consider, and will take into your you consider. Dear professors, we have to, in the teaching learning process, as we discussed, we have to fill the gaps. If you do not fill the gaps, no, it cannot sustain that degree or education system, it cannot sustain. And preparing curriculum according to the inputs and information of the stakeholders and parents and children, and all will be there, because in recently in Mysore I went to one curriculum design for designing a syllabus in an institute where parents and industry experts and children and alumni and everybody been assembled in one meeting to decide the program outcomes and as well as the course outcomes and particular subject outcomes like that. See, the thing is, dear professors, in the teaching learning process, to fill the gaps, six cognitive levels are very important. These are also known as psychomotor skills. Here, psychomotor skills, say remembering and understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. And are the meanings are same? No, meanings are not same. We train the students and we give the knowledge. It is to find for remember the information. See, it is explained here, and you can say that it is remembering and retrieving previous learned information. Need not to worry and much and in understanding. And the thing is, what I am going to speak here is we should design. We can design any level, any CO six cognitive levels to meet the course outcomes. It depends upon the ability and understanding level of a teacher. Ability as well as the depth of knowledge of a teacher. It depends on his knowledge and his involvement and how much involvement the teacher has in his subject. Based on that, this framing of a question, it is decided. See, remembering, it's a large. Recognizing the recalling facts, apply. It is applying the facts, rules, concepts, and ideas. Analyze, breaking down information into a component parts. Evaluate, and judging the value of information or ideas. And create, combining parts to make a new whole. Dear professors, my dear professors, here always small is beautiful. To reach this, create, and we have to work this much. And the area is remembering, and it goes on. It the size it decreases. Like in high school, we study. High school, all subject we study. In PUC, yes, there is a bifurcation: science, commerce, or arts. And degree, again science, again deviations, arts, again deviation, again the particularizing, and apply, and master degree, and after that research is that evaluate and create the last see the last, to reach the last, in the beginning to last, everything is interconnected. Remembering the knowledge, it's very simple. 2 plus 4 is equal to 8. It's a known, it is just everybody remember. But 2 2 twos are 4, how it came, we have to understand. And why it came to earth, everything it might be explained. There is already, I've seen there you have a few more sessions on uh, this rubrics and as well as six cognitive levels and Bloom's taxonomy. For this on this topic also, there will be some lectures for you and maybe discussed. And also I share this information also, and you may collect this information, which information I have collected for my presentation and as my knowledge which I have shared you here. Dear professors, attainment of outcomes, yes, we have to do direct assessment method, indirect assessment method. I told you all, continuous assessment and semester end examination, laboratory records. For direct assessment methods, if you do not maintain rubrics, yardsticks, will not play much role here in direct assessment methods, but indirect rubrics are very important for us. Indirect assessment method, because program exit survey, because there should be yardsticks where we have collected the information. Otherwise, we may not meet the requirement. Employer survey, alumni survey, lots of information and benefits of. If you do all those things, if we get the accreditation, benefits of accreditation, and law and all these informations are very important for us. Dear professors, I appeal to all of you I am not going to explain all these things. Units of assessment, it is there. And anyhow, the rubrics, rubrics which we have uh, designed for a laboratory in our institute to give the marks for a uh, uh, particularly labs and records. See, submission of lab record and see lab record. Like this, we have prepared rubrics for assessment of laboratory record and rubrics for evaluating in internal assessment, rubrics for evaluation, rubrics for particular activity, rubrics for particular program, and the marks, how the marks are divided. It's very important. We should not give randomly the marks. Record writing, yes, and submission of only record mark record writing 24. Okay, how you have given the 24 marks? Because submission of lab record during lab class, because the student is allowed and he should be trained to do his duty within the stipulated time. He should not, if he is regular, he will be regular even in other in his life also. If he is regular in the submission of the lab record, he will be regular even in the company in going to the job and reporting to the company job. See, everything, maybe a small thing, but it has the very great weightage, dear professors. Experience and experiment conduction, proper readings along with accuracy, and systematic and neat presentation of experiment in the record. See, everything for that, the marks should be divided. See, in UPSC or KPSC evaluation and in the examination pattern, so everything, for every line as a value, every line, every word as a weightage. See, in competitive examination, it is very clearly explained. See, you have to write in 20 words, write 50 words, write the answer in 50 words, write the answer in 100 words. What does it mean? See, the student or the candidate has to prove his ability in only 100 words. He has to prove his ability only in 50 words. That is weightage. Like that, rubrics will help us to maintain proper indirect assessment and assessment outcome, peer team report, and everything is there. I'm not going to explain to all of you all such information. Uh, Sorry, I have taken much time, maximum time I have utilized for the my presentation. Uh, I hope all of you how you received the information in my presentation. Most of the other some general information also I explained while in the meantime in connection with OBA and CBCS and NBA, NAC and institute level regarding education, because my intention is outcome based education. There should be a purpose must be served. That is my intention, dear professor. Mm, Professors. With this information, I conclude my session. The session is open to you for any discussion, because every life, every stage in our life is a learning stage. And if there are any mistakes or if there are any improvements, if any senior professors or junior professors or my colleagues, if anybody suggest me, yes, I am ready to inculcate, ready to modify. Uh, Sir, the session is over to you. Thank you, Ananda.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So dear participant, you have any questions or any discussion? Or you can put your message in the chat box. Or I will unmute you all. You can directly talk with sir.
I want some feedback. Sir.
I unmuted all the participants are unmuted. You
Okay.
can unmute yourself and talk with sir.
Usually it happens in online mode classes or even in any program. It's a very general observation, even what I observed. Sir, thank you very much, Talwar sir, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share
Yes.
some of the informations and inputs with you all. Thank you.
Dear participant, you have any doubts, any questions?
Hello, sir.
Any,
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sir, in your opinion,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
what is the current status of institutions in India with respect to awareness and having understood the importance of accreditation, and how many institutes are actually practicing real OBE?
Yes, sir. Sir, as per my knowledge and observation concern, majority are not following. See, when all these things in documentation, no use of it, sir. But apart from documentation, apart from all these, we have to come out of it. Accreditation, definitely it will help. There is no doubt in it. The teacher has to decide, the teacher has to change their mindset. If they do not change their mindset, only if you are, yes, I agree. I am a teacher, and even I too, I used to take the classes. In my opinion, majority are practicing, but the result, it is known to you. And what will be the end result? And after, from this, we are blaming the system. We are blaming the students. They are not concentrating. They are not giving respect. Students are not. See, we are searching, 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 and we know that it is not outcome based. Though we declared and we announced it is outcome based, uh, how, in what level, in what extent it is helping, it has been, again it has become a question. So it should be eliminated for, yes, anybody would like to speak? It is a self introspection to a teacher, introspection to an institute, sir. Yes.
हाँ वो लैपटॉप पे देखना पड़ेगा.
Hello. Vidya Gray madam, yes. Yes, sir. Obli, sir. This is my, as per my knowledge is concerned, it is a self introspection. It is left to the institute and as well as teachers, their involvement. If they do not, otherwise, everything will be in only in documentation. It should not happen. That is not a good sign, sir. Because we should not. We are good in blaming. We are not good in adopting. We are not good in modifying. We are not ready to modify, but we are good in blaming. See, we have to stop blaming the system. We should, instead of blaming, we have to act now. We have to start working for the betterment of the system. It's a very general question, sir. Thank you.
Any other questions from any participants? Any discussion? Dear sirs, dear participants, do you have any discussion? Then if no questions, so it is a time to say a vote of thanks to Dr. Timmy sir. Although Dr. Timmy sir is so busy, we are lucky to get such a person to talk with, use 2 hours with him. I am tried to get him many times. I have 3 days. I have tried to connect with him. Anyhow, sir has given very nice, because he is one of the book Sahitya Sinchana Balake Kannada to
Yes.
part and parcel of our VT curriculum as per the NEP 2021. Anyhow, we are lucky to get such a resource person. Sir has delivered a very nice and very appropriate regarding the topics that is on the key constituent of outcome-based education curriculum. So, on behalf of participant and myself, I extend wholehearted thanks to Dr. Timmy sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
very
sir.
much. Thank you for.
Thank you.
And also, thank you for the participants who have patiently Every day.
Talwar sir.
Hello, sir.
Talwar sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Today's questionnaire, that is Google form question quiz what we have sent,
Yes, sir.
has got some confusions. Already some participants have put their queries in the chat. Please look into the format, please. Of question 1 and question 2, I think there are some confusions.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll take it.
Yes, please take care of it.
Okay, if there is any mistakes, I will put it in the WhatsApp group later on after making the correction.
Yes, yes.
Because I put as it is given by the resource person.
Okay, okay.
I will verify it, sir. Timesh sir, thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Our
Thank you, sir.
principal
Thank you very much
management
for.
participants.
Thank you, sir, for giving me an opportunity. Thank you, one and all, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
dear
one.
participants.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, dear professors. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you can do the.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I leave. Yes, sir.
Done.
Talwar sir,
Sir,
mostly Timbesh sir screen sharing stop ಮಾಡಲಾರ್ದ ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಏನು ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಹಂಗ ಉಳಿತದ.
ಹೌದು ಸರ ನಿಮ್ಗೊಂದು ಮೇಲ್ ಹಾಕಿನಿ
ಹಾ,
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತುಂಬಿದನ
ಯಾವ್ದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ?
ಇದು ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್
ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಚ್ಚಾ.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ
ಯಾ ಯಾ.
ಸರ್ ಮೇಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿನಿ
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಓಕೆ.
Sir.
Talwar sir, shall I leave the meeting?
ಸರ್
Yeah.
You can leave the meeting, no problem. But kindly check it what I am sent the.
Yeah. That I'm doing.
Excuse me, sir, where is the feedback form?
It will come back to you in the WhatsApp, madam.
Madam,
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
all participants can leave, no problem. So I will put the feedback link in the today's WhatsApp group.